Hi, this is Ann McKenzie again. I guess it's too dark in here, so I'm turning on the light. This is Ann McKenzie again. I am talking to you about jumping out of your comfort zone. This is something that I never really did until I got into my 20s. And my first adventure was I love to dance, and I wanted to try to learn how to clog. And I've always wanted to do things with other friends, but I decided I wanted to so bad. I went and took clogging lessons by myself and used to go to bluegrass festivals and dance. And I met some guys who invited me to join the Apple Cloggers over in Chapel Hill, which I did. And I ended up dancing in local states and in 5 countries in Europe. So that was my first adventure into a new comfort zone, or out of my comfort zone. The next one was whitewater rafting. Now I'm a chicken. I love water, but I don't like adrenaline rushes. That's not my thing. But I went rafting on a Class 5 rapid in the New River in West Virginia. And it was actually fun. It scared me to death, but it was the most exciting thing I'd ever done. And I really, really liked it. That was a long time ago. But then after that, it was about, I think, another 15 years before I did something real adventuresome, which was like having a kid at 42 years old, and everybody told me I was crazy. He's now 21, and I'm glad I did. And then 7 years later, my husband died suddenly, and I was left with my child in Goldsboro, which was not my favorite place to live. Sorry for anybody that lives in Goldsboro. And I want to come back to Raleigh. So I moved back home, and it was a big, scary thing because of finances, but I knew I had to do it. And it's been the best move I ever made, coming back to my girlfriends and all my friends up here. So some other things is about 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, I went zip lining and hot air ballooning. And that is really out of my comfort zone because I do not like heights. I prayed the whole time I was up there from tree to tree, but I decided if I didn't do it now, I'd never do it. So it was, it's not something I want to repeat. I also went hot air ballooning, but I would, I still go rafting. I went rafting 6 months after I had a double knee replacement, much to the discouragement of friends, thinking it was crazy, but I thought, if I'm going to have new knees, I might as well have fun. So I did. And then probably the last thing I did was about 3 years ago, I came out of the spiritual closet and started talking about my Reiki energy healing and spiritual matters. I talked to people a lot, friends, but not everybody that I knew, because I worked in biochemistry, and I was I won't say science nerd, but I was into science. But it was something I felt like I needed to do. And then after I started and became ordained, I started doing weddings. Now, this is a big jump because I've always been terrified of public speaking, feel like a zombie when I'm in front of people. But I decided that if I was going to marry a couple, they were so nervous I couldn't be. So I found it's one of my life's passion to do this, to actually marry couples. It's been one of the most rewarding things I've done. And I love working with them and making their day happy. So, and making them relax. That's really what I want to do. And then my very last thing, I think, was speaking at a funeral, at my aunt's funeral, who was like a mother to me. And this was another jump because I tend to cry a lot at funerals. So I decided I texted my cousin the day before and said, I want to speak. And then I thought, what am I doing? And I got up that morning and wrote something, and I stood up and made it through without crying. It was tough, but I did. And everybody was glad, and I was really glad that I was honored her. So I guess what I'm saying is, in your life, there's a lot of things you might do and you might not do. And sometimes if you don't listen to your inner guidance and really do things you want to do, you're going to wonder later on, what did I miss? What if? So my thought to you is my life has been much fuller by taking these jumps and not just sort of doing them because my guts told me to go. My guidance said you need to go. So I think a good way to start that is, I've talked about guided meditations last week, really trying to get in tune with yourself and listening to yourself. And if you start doing your guided meditations every day, you'll start listening to yourself and really thinking about what you want. And if you ever want any help with it, let me know, because I'm on a mission for everybody to start doing guided meditations. So I hope you enjoy this. This is my weekly chat. So I will see you later. And please comment if you want to, or I'll check the comments and respond. Okay? So have a good time, and please get your parachute and start jumping. Bye.